Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at using invisible ink, but mostly we're poor at making art. My name's Benj.
And I'm Isaac. And this week, we have decided to see the unseen, to draw what isn't actually there, or is it?
Yep.
We we are going to draw invisible drawings today, aren't we?
Yes. That's what the title is, at least. Once again, sermon title that we thought, hey, that would be a fun thing to draw.
We like come up with ideas throughout the week, and we're like, oh yeah, we should totally draw that. And then we go Sunday morning, we listen to a sermon, and we're like, oh man, that's a good title.
Yeah, definitely better than everything we talked about this week.
Pastor definitely picked that title for our sake.
Mm-hmm.
At least it seems that way sometimes. And this week, the official title is Beholding the Invisible.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good title.
I thought so.
Potentially hard to draw.
If we used invisible ink, it wouldn't be.
That's true.
But as we very clearly stated at the beginning of this video, we're against such practices.
Well, we're just poor at it.
Yeah, we're poor at it.
But we're poor at drawing, which is our whole thing.
I want to get a little real with everybody for a minute. Back when Benj and I started this channel, we bought a lifetime supply of black ink.
Mm-hmm.
And we bought a ballpoint pen.
Yep.
And that was our entire budget.
And that's what we're going to use.
That's why we use the ballpoint pen and the black ink. You can't switch to something like invisible ink. You know how expensive invisible ink is?
Yep. It costs money, I'm sure.
And it's not black ink.
Mm-hmm. Disgraceful.
Yeah. It totally seems like one of those like performance art things people would do. They'd like, draw something beyond amazing, and then like in 24 hours it would like
Just
disappear.
Like disappears, yeah.
And then someone would buy the blank piece of paper for like $6.2 million.
That once had something cool on it.
Exactly. Well, you don't have to go to some art auction and sell your 2 left feet.
Yeah,
arm and a leg. That's the arm and a leg is what I was looking for. You don't have to sell those because we are here to offer up something even better.
Yeah, just take a screenshot of the screen with our art on it.
Yep.
Print it off.
Don't listen to all those
Put it
lies
on your
about
fridge.
how you own an NFT. If you can screenshot it, you can own it.
Yep, very true. You can't own digital art.
Impossible. And that is why, yet again, we will use the black pen, the black ink, and I will draw beholding something invisible.
I mean, there probably are laws related to owning digital art.
I haven't looked at any lately.
But I don't.
We give you full permission to
print it off,
screenshot this video.
Put it on your fridge.
Yeah, the original screenshotting.
Yes.
Put it on your. Like, is there a better art gallery? Okay, time to get real again. If I owned like an actual art gallery, like some snobby scarf wearing, like artist,
right?
It wouldn't have like pristine walls with like, lights pointed at them.
Right.
It would have 55 refrigerators lined up. I'd just like go down to like
just like each refrigerator would have a couple paintings.
Yeah, exactly. I'd literally hold my art show at like the appliance store.
Yeah.
Just go down the refrigerator aisle and look at all the art.
And it would all have the artist's name and age.
Of course.
On it.
It would just be our art.
Because it's not art unless it has name and age.
So let me just put this out there into the world. If you own a appliance store and you want us to come by and
put up our art
show, we will 100%
also
be there.
Just appliance store salesman that we're talking to right now. Just think about it. How much more likely is somebody to buy your fridge if it has our art on it?
I would be more willing to buy it, that's for sure.
People would come in and be like, oh, look at that nice children's art. And then they read the age. And then they're like, oh, this isn't children's art. This is fine art.
This is man's art.
And then they buy the fridge immediately.
That's how I pictured it anyway. So don't take a chance of that opportunity being missed. Call us today.
Yeah, I mean, we'll even do new art just
for this art
just
show.
for this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. We will work ourselves.
I mean, if anybody wants us to draw art for them, just contact us.
It would be like the greatest honor of our lives to draw you some art.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has a dumb haircut, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for him, not
It's
really.
like almost a bowl cut,
Yeah,
but
almost.
flat.
Almost. You see, I've avoided drawing the eye until this point because I'm not actually entirely sure how your eye looks from this angle.
Well, I mean, it's just a giant circle that takes up most of the head. At least that's how I do it.
There's the eyebrow. Maybe. It's not as bad as it could have been. Let's just leave it at that statement.
I guess that's an accurate statement. This guy. There's just something about him.
It's called Beauty Bench. It's called Beauty.
See, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but there's certain things that if you find beautiful, you're just wrong.
You're not wrong
This
about
is
that.
one of those things.
I'm not in disagreement.
Why is he wearing like a tank top?
It's cold out where he is.
What?
Wait, it's not a tank top. It's like a long sleeve.
Yeah, but it's so short. Like his head is taller than his shirt. If you were to see somebody, like if you were to wear a shirt that's as long as your head, that would like be a tank top.
I guess it kind of is that weird. You're right, but it's not as weird as the fact that I was going to draw two legs from this angle. and now I'm just like, you've just got really wide pants on, I guess. I forgot what angle I was drawing him from. See, and if we were using invisible ink, those pants
I think that's
perspective would
okay.
disappear after.
This is definitely a librarian with like a skirt and like a long sleeve short
Oh, no,
jacket.
I could have given her long hair, but
Like that is a short jacket over a dress. Like that's what this person's wearing
gosh, you're right. It is like a librarian.
with the football.
Why does the
on their
librarian
foot.
have like a football foot and a bowl cut?
I don't know.
I don't even know how to fix it. Give him like a pocket. Man, I was proud of the head from that angle, and then everything else was like.
See, the main reason that I say librarian, I think, is that shoulder blade. It's like a blazer jacket.
Here's the librarian that clearly should have been there.
With the curly mullet.
Yeah, how it goes. She's gonna have longer hair.
Okay.
She has a big chin. See, I'm not. You're.
We're gonna like say something with that
She
sentence?
kind of, I don't know. I was gonna say something about how it's just the style I chose to go with, but now it's kind of like a Picasso drawing.
Like, why is her whole mouth on her cheek?
I'll try to make it not look that way.
Dude, that's worse.
She kind of has like a Popeye the Sailor Man chin.
She is distraught.
She is not pretty.
Yeah, but she's so sad too. Like, she's like frowning more than
Oh,
possible.
she is upset in my drawing, so I'm glad at least that has come across all right.
Was she meant to be upset?
Yeah.
Like, as upset as you do?
She's really upset about what's happening.
The guy or girl in front of her is happy.
She's really buff. I don't know what's going on anymore.
What happened to her? Oh, this is just like she's unbuffed now. She has a real big half sleeve.
She actually has a dress on.
Oh, an odd joke.
She just. Oh no! Her mouth is the worst. It's so bad. You can't see her feet. Like, some mercy in this drawing.
I looked at the other screen and it's somehow worse
That's
from
why
this
I looked
angle.
That's why I burst out laughing. I looked up there at our big screen. There's something about seeing it on a TV that's like, oh no.
So much worse.
Oh man, it is. Like the resolution or something. Just what's wrong with your mouth? Like on my
now I'm noticing her neck, the back of her neck, where it's like
her mouth is like colored in on my tablet, and here it's like her back is. Maybe she has like a backpack on. I just like draw a backpack.
You can try.
So ugly.
She is one of the ugliest people you've drawn.
I apologize if you're a woman and you like that looks like me.
It doesn't. I can guarantee.
You are more beautiful.
Whoever you are.
Oh yeah, where's the dress stop? Like.
It's so long.
She has a hunched neck too.
And it's like furry on the back.
It's not furry, it's just the mole.
There's like two pointy moles.
It's a hairy mole. You know. I'll
Just made it more hairy.
She's not pretty. Her mouth and chin. I originally was gonna draw like another dude, but yeah, he's just wearing like 90s clothes. You know, like how baggy 90s clothes are.
Yeah,
She's wearing the Hunchback of Notre Dame's clothes.
You just need to finish this drawing.
Yeah.
Because this is horrible.
That's not supposed to be a line. You know when people... You ever been to an observatory?
Mm-hmm.
And the people at that observatory are like... Did the moon? And you're like, okay, I can see the moon. And they're like, you see... like, you know, like a Greek scorpion thing shape, and you're like, you mean 6 stars? That really try to use my imagination. And
Yeah, like the Big and Little Dipper are the only ones that I agree with.
Yeah, because
it's like yeah, those look like big cup with handles.
What's a constellation you know of? It's like the Orion's belts. 3 stars in a line. Like, okay.
Or like Draco, which you can like never even like. It's nothing.
Yeah, people can like point out like, oh, that's a really bright star, and they're like, ah, yes, the North Star, and you're like, okay, I guess. And then they're like, ah, yes, the polar bear riding on the horse. And you're like,
Yep.
I can't see that with any level of my imagination. This is like Seasick. I don't know if seasick is one or two words.
Good question. I don't know either.
Ah, the seasick. Oh gosh.
I thought you were going to say seasick crocodile like in the Grinch song.
Oh yeah, I should have drawn that, but it's not Christmas time.
Nope. It's not. It's just about the farthest away.
That's just not true, but you know.
like from both ways.
Okay. I guess that sort of makes sense.
So, like, is this guy on a date? And he's trying to show off?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
I think he might be trying to scare her away. He's like a know-it-all that's like purposely giving bad information. But can you blame her? I mean him. When he saw her, it's like, you gotta get out of this. Is this another thought bubble?
That's his.
Okay. Okay, so that's canon now. That he's trying to get her to go away. He's just like making up constellations.
Yeah, it's like a blind date.
Yeah.
You know, your friends set you and their hunchback friend up. Or like you got catfished really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where they're standing, that there's stars like
Everywhere, like under them.
they're like up really high.
You put so many dots. Where are you gonna put the title and your name?
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Is this? Is that a cat?
It's the seasick crocodile or seasick hippopotamus. Constellations don't actually have to look like.
But why does it look like Simba?
He made it up, remember? This is clearly the Simba constellation.
That's not even the type of tail hippopotamus has.
He made it up, okay? It's clearly not the seasick hippopotamus constellation. We've already determined that.
I'm just wondering why it's so clearly an animal in the sky.
Yeah, you know. This is beholding
the invisible.
It's not. I'm covering up her with my hand. You can't tell online, but I caught a glimpse again.
Almost started cracking up. I have to try not to look.
It's so much worse than the other screen. Look at her eye. It's
Yeah.
like frantic looking. Now I feel bad for her.
As her creator, you should.
I'll add something else to make him. Yeah, she wouldn't have dated him. He's not her type. Because
Yes, football shoes.
Because he has football shoes. Yeah. He's like, she's ugly. And he's like, man, he's the worst. I wouldn't date him with a 10-foot pole.
They're both the worst. Like, I can agree with that.
Yeah. Like, their friends looked at them and are like, gotta get them together for a date. What a good couple. His mom still cuts his hair. He wears his
Librarian's jacket.
librarian's clothes. I mean, if she worked on her posture a little bit and did something about her chin,
Got her mouth and eyes to be not, like, weirdly.
I think it's just, you know how some people are like, get my good side? We got our bad
Oh,
side.
okay. I see.
like he
her-
didn't realize it until it was too late.
Yep. You just, like, her eye. Like, imagining her from the front view, that eye must be
Like a lazy eye.
in, like, the middle and looking to the side. And then the mouth. Like, how big is her mouth? If that's how much we see from the side.
It's just very open.
She's frowning more than possible.
She's not even saying anything, I realize.
Like, her mouth is open and frowning.
I mean, they climbed all the way up onto this plateau in the top of the sky together. It actually stuck with him. He's making up constellations. He literally just stuck his foot into a football.
I can't find my shoes. Oh, there's a football.
I don't have any clean clothes. Just borrow something from my mom, the librarian.
She chose a sundress and a blazer jacket. It has pockets, though.
Yeah. I hear girls all the time bragging about it, but it has pockets. Apparently that fixes everything else with it.
Yep. Well,
My apologies.
I
wish
wanna-
this drawing.
I want to get over there just so we can get this drawing off.
Yes, please.
I mean, mine won't be good, but it can't be worse. Surely.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, it's time for me to draw something else.
Please draw something else. Anything else.
So we're gonna start with we'll draw this person. They look, kind of like this, and then big chin.
This looks shockingly like the
They
woman
got
I
this
drew.
one eye here.
No. What is this thing? We just got this off the screen. No more.
Just thought I'd start with a familiar face.
She's not doing well. Gosh. Oh, she looks so old looking. Why does she look older in your drawing?
I don't know.
The smile is sagging a bit more, so the chin is a little bigger than it used to be.
She is older. She's older, wiser. She wouldn't go on a date with a guy in football shoes anymore.
That feels like something that would catch on with these people who go out and like thrift. They're like, the older the clothes, the better.
I never draw people with ears, but she has an ear.
I'll take your word for what that angle is there. Oh gosh. You don't forget her neck moles.
She, she's older and wiser.
Sure.
She got rid of some of her bad posture too, because I was trying to draw a hunchback and I drew it too
she's
normal.
not looking all that bad after all. Still wearing the same dress she wore on that date.
There's her one neck mole there.
Perfect.
Yeah. So now I can start the actual drawing.
What was that then?
It's just some lady that's there.
Oh yeah, just yeah, sure.
So then we've got.
I noticed she's still not invisible. We can still behold her.
Yep, that's true.
And there's a grapefruit.
How unfortunate is that?
What kind of guy do you start with the mouth?
That's not the mouth.
What is that? I see a really long face with a mouth at the end.
I see that that's what you're seeing, but that's not what I'm drawing.
It's a clown.
No. See, this lady is actually, like I said, she's like your lady, but older.
Clearly
But
just like a witch.
She's like
in your drawing.
She's like the ancestor. This is like old. See, this
so
guy's
she's like my person's like grandmother's grandmother.
Exactly.
How many generations do you have to go back to get to medieval times?
I don't know. It was like what, around 1,000 years ago. So that's like 10.
1,000 years ago, like 50.
What counts as medieval time?
Okay, so 1,000.
So it would be like over 10 generations. Like
more than 10.
If a generation's like what?
It's not 100 years.
I was thinking it was like 80.
So this is my person's ancestor.
Mm-hmm.
back during the time when they still had, hooked nose witches.
Yes. With the chins to match.
At some point, this witch marries a hunchback, and we get the hunchback gene.
Yep. And we got this guy.
This is like when they take those pictures and they're like, would you look at that? Look at this picture from like the Civil War, and look at how much we still look like this person. Like, look at this painting of your ancestor at her witch trial. It's amazing.
Notice how much you look just like her.
You have the same mole on the back of your neck.
But the same witch genes.
Oh gosh. I just saw your other guy. I've been looking at her for so much. This is like the descendant of the guy from Mario Brothers.
Like what, a toad or?
Yeah, the mushroom-headed guy.
No, he's wearing clothes, and his clothes match. Like
so
his hat like matches his poof on his sleeve.
I like your poof. Oh yeah, thanks. Just went down to the poof store and bought a new one.
He's got.
You like it? It matches my hat.
The unfortunate fashion of the times.
I see you got a butt poof also. Yes, I always try to color coordinate my butt poof with my shoulder poof and my head poof. Isn't it a pain? You have to go to 3 different poof stores. Trying to find a color to match up is just a nightmare. Just a little medieval dialogue for your drawing.
Yeah. See, fortunately for this guy, he doesn't have to worry about that because he's, in fact, a tailor.
This guy's got other things to worry about. Like the witch standing in his way. Clearly come to turn him into a toad. This is a sad story. We know they don't end up together because he's not a hunchback. And we know that they're descendant somewhere along the line.
But look at how fashionable he is with his matching clothes.
He's got some feet poofs too.
Those
Crescent moon shaped feet.
I'm trying to fix that a little bit with the coloring in, but I'm making it worse, I think.
Why does it look like a beak?
It's just the way it is.
It's not
And how do you draw like a hand that's like palm up?
Here, I'll model it. This way people can just assume if you draw it really terribly that my hand is just horribly...
This is what your hand looked like?
Oh! I have a hand. That guy's met the hand mangler that lives in all of our drawings. It's like steamrolled it into a... That's it? Wow. His feet and hands are the same shape. It's like...
isn't everybody's?
It's like one big finger. It's just one big finger with a fingernail. You even drew the fingernail.
Yep. So then this person says, what doth thou be
I think it's doth.
holding? I don't know what it is.
A mixture of like redneck and old English. What doth thou beholden? Like it's like the Deep South Renaissance Festival. What doth thou beholden there? Are we in the Wild West? Is this the
Emperors? Did I spell emperors right? I don't know.
Looks good.
I don't know why that N is capitalized.
I'm curious from the viewers, do you all struggle with spelling as much as we do? Because we seem to struggle with it every video. And it's like, it's just, I feel like there's a certain level of pressure when you're like, people are going to see me spelling this, you know? Like, I'm a teacher, and when I have to write something on the whiteboard, I'm like, oh, man. I can kind of get away with it. It's like, well, they're fourth graders. They might not know how that word is spelled yet. And I can just go look it up later. But I feel like spell check just on your phone just kind of like ruins you for having to handwrite words to a certain degree. The Emperor. Oh, I see where you're going with this. Emperor's New Clothes.
Mm-hmm.
That story that we all learn about
Yep.
why public nudity is not acceptable in society.
The only reason.
Yeah, it's an important lesson.
Yeah. So she said, what doth thou behold in there? And he says, thine emperor's new clothes. She says, or she thinks, just like your person also thought, he will be headed.
Let's talk about her thought bubble.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He will be headed?
Yeah. Yeah.
You mean like he will be beheaded?
He will be.
It's not how you spell beheaded, then.
With the hyphen.
He will be headed.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't how you spelled it, but I wanted to spell it that way. Oh, I had a hyphen.
So, this is like a pun on the Emperor's New Clothes.
Mm-hmm.
This is the tailor that made the Emperor's New Clothes.
Yes.
And he's gonna die. Wasn't the whole point of that story that the Emperor, like, nobody would tell the Emperor?
Oh, that's the worst capital B I've ever written.
It looks so fancy. Like, it looks like you did it on purpose.
Yep. I didn't.
So, she's beholding the
Viewers.
invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Emperor's going to put on the clothes, and everyone's going to be beholding
Him.
And then this guy's going to be beheaded.
Yep.
It's a sad story, too. Both true, just horribly sad stories this week.
Yeah, and she's in both of them.
His family is just always around for sad situations. They're just like the ghost of sad situations. It's like the ghost of Christmas past. You can assume there has to be more than just like ghosts of Christmas. There's like the ghost of awkward conversations. The ghost of...
See, I picture this guy was like walking around pretending like he's like holding like a heavy robe. And like she's like, okay, clearly he thinks he's holding something.
What doth thou beholding there?
Yep. And then, yep, he's gonna be beheaded.
Yeah, we got that. The be beheaded.
Be beheaded.
At least she ends up with a nice hunchback.
Yep. You know, this is the last week I'll get to write my age as 29.
I hadn't thought about that yet.
Because by next Sunday, I won't be 29 anymore.
Well, I know what we're drawing next week then.
I'll be in my 30s.
We'll have to draw something related to the end of...
The end of times.
Our youth.
Yeah.
What a tragic notion that is.
Mm-hmm. So old.
I'll still be 29. I'll have to help you in here with your walker and
yep.
hold the pen for you and
I'll be half blind.
dye your roots. Blind. Looking at our drawings this week, people might assume that's already doubly true.
We should have just told everybody we were doing these blind. Like, oh yeah, that's the invisible thing. We're drawing on a black screen.
You know, is it too late to just change the whole channel to that's what we're doing? Because,
you know what, guys? You may not know this,
we've been blindfolded
the entire time. Every week.
Yeah, it's
you're seeing. We're looking at a black screen and we're just drawing on it, and we don't know what we're drawing.
We're also blindfolded.
Yeah, all this making fun of what we're drawing. It's assumption.
We also have to spin around 12 times before we draw.
Yep.
In fact, we're spinning while we're drawing.
Blindfolded on black paper.
On a black screen. In the
without
dark.
black ink.
Upside down.
Although, at the beginning of this video, we told them we bought a bunch of black ink, and now we're telling them we draw on a screen. I feel like they're not going to trust us.
I mean, they don't know how drawing tablets work. Our drawing tablet works.
With the black ink that you draw on, but it's a screen.
They're also going to think that we do this blindfolded just to whirl around. Such gullible viewers. Well,
I think we'll just leave it there. Have a good week.
See you next time.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.